welcome back to the Fake Stuff Podcast. Back at it again. It's been a good night tonight. Dropping a couple episodes. You'll probably get one on Monday morning, one a few days later. We'll talk to management when we should drop that second one. But yeah, I mean, heck, thanks for listening to our last episode. But I've had a few beers tonight. Back in the day, if you really used to listen to us back in the day, man, we used to get slap hammered drunk on this podcast. You know what I'm saying, Craft Man? Like, just let that thing roll. So tonight's kind of got that old school feel to me because been doing a lot of sober stuff lately, working out and running lately. So I got the beers out and doing stuff like this tonight, having a good night. Craft Man, what's going on, man?
Yeah, I got me like the two tall boys or something like that, and I was like, not enough. That's just not enough. And there was some Maker's Mark way back in the pantry. Had to go find that. So I mean, we're gonna deliver a good podcast tonight. We ain't slurring, we ain't that bad.
No.
It's just gonna be some good stuff. We're gonna be talking that fake stuff football, and we got Brad back in the building. What's going on, Brad?
What's up, man? I don't believe in drinking. Drinking's wrong.
Yeah. Okay. I
think you had like a delay, like when the reporter's like, "Hey, did you hear that?"
Am I really delaying for you right now? Is it that bad?
No, I'm just drunk.
Okay, never mind. All right, Brad's down there at the bottom. So,
man,
we'll go from here. What you
got?
Yeah.
Hey, everybody! Thank y'all for listening to the podcast, and we say it all the time because me and Craftman are really dead serious. We do appreciate y'all, everybody who listens to us. Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and say a little something. Please share the show because I feel like we're one of the best out in the biz. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I say to. I've said it around and like I've said it to Jordan Harris. Hey, man, you know what? Shout out to Jordan Harris because we started out a new podcast. We're kind of doing a little. We had this dream where we want to have a little company where we want to have a family of podcasts rolling where we're doing a lot of stuff. And one day, me and Craftman are just gonna be talking fake football and cutting grass. You know what I'm saying? Like we ain't gonna be going to work, busting our butts all day. So check out the Ground and Pound podcast. I'm not gonna talk about it much on this podcast because. This is what we do, you know what I'm saying? But we try to, do a little things and stuff like that and trying to make big moves and grind it out and work hard. So thank y'all for everybody who's listening to the podcast. But this is one thing I got to say. When it comes to putting a product out there, we one of the best in the biz. I listen to a lot of podcasts out there. Got the Craft Man on board. Craft Man is one of the best in the biz, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to appreciate everybody who listens to this podcast and share the show. Don't be a motherfucking hoe. Share the motherfucking show because one of our weaknesses is a social media presence. Me and Craftman, we're old heads. Look at Brad over there. That joker's old, man. We don't want to be on social. We don't want to be on social media. I don't want to be posting stuff like that all the time. I try my best. I do try my best. Craftman knows. Craftman knows I try my best to get on there and do it for us. But it's our weakness. So I just want to say thank y'all for listening to the podcast and thank y'all for sharing the show. Craftman, would you like to add anything to that?
You just put tears in my eyes, man. I was doing okay. Now I'm crying. I'm emotional. Saying how good I am at the podcast.
The best, bro. The best.
We ain't eating a whole lot of humble pie tonight. I don't guess, but as far as the social media goes, it is addicting. Yeah, I don't want to spend all day on the phone. Got the family to look after. Brad's the same way. He can't even download apps on his phone. Brad, tell him. You did get that Cash App downloaded pretty damn quick when I had to pay you that fantasy money. But if I asked you to download the Sleeper app, he's like, I can't get on. I can't do Sleeper app. I can't download
that. Sleeper, no.
Yeah.
As soon as I won, I was like, what's the digit?
Exactly.
I got on that Cash App. Pay my money.
Yeah, and you won a lot of it last year. I know whoever – Brad's newer to the podcast. I think this is his third episode on, but in respect to Brad, 2 championships and 2 redraft leagues last year.
Yep.
You can't hate on that as much as I would like to. We talked about humble pie earlier. He doesn't have any. He hasn't eaten any. And there's no reason to eat any when you win two championships in 2 leagues. So,
Right.
Brad, what do you got to say
Yeah.
about that? I want to touch on that before we get started with this. Brad, how do you do it, man? What's the secret sauce?
You just got to go 100%. You got to win 100% of the games that you play. So it's like, bam, take this one. Bam, take that one. And I just don't know how to lose.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
No, I got to get this
Brad.
in. You know why I got to get this in, right? Because the draft's coming up.
Ooh.
And then and I could be hurt in about like another month now, and I don't want to make it like all in your face, and then 2 months later be like just hurting, just.
Yeah, man. Look, man, that's one thing. We don't brag too much because some of these podcasts they do a little too much. But like me, me, Kraft, Brad, Ian, Swizzy, we've all won championships before, but we ain't sitting here like giving people advice because I think our main advice, and me and Kraftman said in the past, our main advice is do what the fuck you want to do, because you can listen to any podcast out there and you can read any articles you want out there, but in the end, play fake football how you want to play fake football, and it'll probably work out for the best. And that's just the honest truth about things. I'm just addicted to this shit, so I like to listen to everything. You know what I'm saying? So I like to take it all in, see what's up. But hey, do what you want to do. That's just the truth.
You did right. Talking about do what you want to do. Go ahead, Brad. Go ahead. Right quick.
I was just talking about like the rhyme or reason, the drafts and stuff like that. Is like there was this girl we played with in Montana. She was in our league, and she won like 2 in a row, 2 championships in a row. And all she did, she was like, I just like pick whichever's butts I like the best.
Oh man,
I'm like, this is just crazy.
Saquon had to be on that list.
But like what she said went because she's won 2 in a row, and you're just like, well, shit, they must know what's going on, but they don't.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna be real. I've seen it in a lot of stuff. The less you know, the better you do. Like when you do them NCAA brackets and college pick'em, for real. The less you know, the better you do. Look, man, we're gonna. Oh, go ahead, Crab Man.
Oh, I just wanted to say one last thing before we get started on what we're doing today. But I've noticed with new players that come into fantasy, especially in redraft, the main advantage that you have is that you're not butthurt from the players that hurt you in the past. And that's why you have so much success, because players like us have been playing for 10 years. Like I done told Brad a million times, McCaffrey will not be on my team. It ain't happening because I had him last year. But if you're new starting out in the game, new playing fantasy football, you might draft McCaffrey right where he's going in an ADP and win the league. I mean,
that sounds like a Hallmark card. Like,
yeah.
like you wrote a Hallmark card.
I should write Hallmark cards.
All right. Go ahead.
Like a I'm sorry from McCaffrey card.
Yeah.
I'm with you, man. Honestly, McCaffrey didn't burn me, but I just didn't win when I had him when he was going off. So it's like I don't even want to go through that no more. That's just torture, bro.
That man should have bought actual sorry cards and sent them out to everybody that drafted him.
Yeah, last year was abysmal, bro. For real.
I think the beat reporters should have sent out the sorry cards because they were acting like it wasn't a big deal.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's definitely true.
All right,
I
Matt.
agree with that. Yeah.
All right,
let's go. Let's get to rolling. Basically, tonight is best and worst picks of each round in your redraft leagues coming up. And we go by the standard of half PPR, no tight end premium, 1 quarterback league. That's pretty much our rules. I feel like that's pretty much a lot of rules for redraft leagues, like Superflex and all that. That's for your dynasty leagues. Like, I ain't gonna play redraft and do that shit with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna play in a 1 quarterback redraft league. But listen, we're gonna go through 9 rounds of the best picks and the worst picks, and we all split it up. Like, I'm gonna do 1, 4, 7. Kraft's gonna do 3 rounds, and Brad's gonna do 3 rounds himself, and we're gonna tell you the best picks and the first and the worst picks in each round. And of course, I'm doing round 1. So I'm going to go first. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you this last episode, we had a lot of research done. And this episode, it ain't going to be like that for me. This is going to be a lot of gut feeling for me and a lot of what I've seen in the past and what I like from these guys, my best pick in the first round. There's a lot of good picks, obviously, and I couldn't be too obvious going in the front and stuff like that. My best pick is Amon-Ra St. Brown. And my thing about Amon-Ra St. Brown is this dude's hate or maybe not even hate, but just lack of trust, lack of respect, it, to me, is like out of control because Amon-Ra St. Brown, even in Dynasty today, is not seen as a tier one wide receiver by anybody except for maybe me, maybe Craftman's on board with that, but nobody views him as a tier one guy. I don't know if it's because of his draft capital in the past. I don't know if it's because they like Jameson Williams. This dude has finished as the wide receiver 3, at least in PPR. He's finished as a wide receiver 3 in back-to-back seasons. That means that some years he was finishing ahead of Justin Jefferson. That means at least one of those years he finished ahead of Jamar Chase, finished ahead of CeeDee Lamb last year. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's put some respect on this guy's name. And I know people are they're gonna have concerns about Amon-Ra this year, and I get it. I understand because new offensive coordinator, Jameson Williams starting to catch a lot of hype. The third wide receiver, his name is slipping my mind right now. Crap, man, I don't know if you know who I'm talking about.
You're talking Tesla?
Yeah, he's getting a little bit of hype. Sam Laporta, and this is all I want to say about Amon-Ra. He's going as like the 8th pick in the draft right now, back of the first. And this is what I want to say. Jared Goff's game is not throwing deep, bro. It's not the deep ball all the time. I think he will try to add it to his arsenal a little bit more this year. I believe it so. And I believe Williamson is going to be better than what he's been in the past. But Amon-Ra is that guy, and he fits Jared Goff's game. He's the best wide receiver on the Detroit Lions on an offense that has been good for the past few years. And I just don't see it. Even if he is not as good as he's been, what's he going to be? He's going to be a top 5 guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he definitely won't disappoint. I feel like he's safe. He's your safest pick. I was willing to take him at the 104 last year. You know what I'm saying? And he finished as the wide receiver 3. I have no worries about when I pick Amon-Ra. This dude is the most consistent week-to-week fantasy football player there is. This dude rarely goose eggs for you. He rarely has a bad week. This dude is consistent for you. You can always plug him in your back in your wide receiver 1 spot, and he will always get it for you most of the time. The only knock for me about Amon-Ra is I do feel like he can't finish wide receiver 1. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just a lot of weapons. And when you finish wide receiver 1, you really have finished ahead of a lot. Like, the gap between 1 and 2 is always pretty big. Amon-Ra he's not going to do that. But can he finish that wide receiver 2? Like, yeah, he can because he's done 3 back-to-back years. So we put these other guys in a tier that we don't put Amon-Ra in. And I'm just like, man, another year of disrespect on Amon-Ra. I kind of get it a little more this year than I have in the past because of new offensive coordinator and stuff like that. But, hey, Jared Goff's going to go to what he knows most, and that's going to be Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's as safe, and he has got a high as upside as anybody at the wide receiver spot. Craftman, what you think?
Well, I just appreciate you not picking like Jamar Chase as the best pick in the first round, because when you're sitting there at the top, you're going to get, Chase, Saquon, or whatever, Bijan Robinson. And when you're sitting there at the back, there is a whole lot of, a worry about who you're going to pick. I mean, me and Brad have been sitting there. I think he's drafting at 9. I'm drafting at 10. And Brad loves his running back, so I don't know if he's going to agree with this, but I kind of agree with everything you said. He does get disrespected, and he puts up the consistency of a workhorse running back in the back of the round, in the back of the first round. And last year he was going like as a 4th or 5th pick, and he paid off for where you drafted him at last year. But Ben Johnson leaving, I can understand why people are a little bit more down on Amon-Ra, but as a receiver in the first round that you can get in the back is a perfect pick. I mean, I would have put Puka Nacua in that situation too, but with the Stafford situation going on, I feel like you got your top tier guys, and then you got like Amon-Ra, Puka, Nico Collins, who are going in the back. And Amon-Ra is obviously the best pick of that bunch right now.
Right.
So I would Puka. We got to see Stafford, but I've made mistakes of drafting players that had injuries during training camp, or if their quarterbacks have injuries during training camp. So, Brad, what do you think about this? I know you're not a receiver in the first round kind of guy.
But yeah,
honest opinion.
I love. I mean, I like it. I mean, because he's like you said, he's steadily getting you points. I mean, he does have a good upside too. He might get you on 1 or 2 games like 3 touchdowns. It's crazy,
Right.
But like, I think he has like the upside of like drafting a first round. I mean, he's later, so you have to take what you could take. I probably wouldn't take Chase or Jefferson below him, but
Right.
that's about it. I think all the rest of them from down there, I think he's just as good as any of them.
Yeah, I would take Chase, Jefferson, CD, and Amon-Ra right there. That's really where I feel. And I think if Stafford was there, Puka's in the discussion for me.
It's just my hatred of the Cowboys that made me forget.
Yeah. Heck, we all hate them.
Yeah.
CD Lamb.
All right. I'm gonna go on to my worst pick though. If you got unless you got anything left to say, Crap Man.
No, I think you did. I think you were right on time with that one. That was a good one.
Worst pick, and I know Crab Man's going to agree with this one too.
Oh, it's time to hate. Hate,
bro.
double hate.
Hey, first round. Right now, he's going as the number 12 pick and on Sleeper, and he really was a little bit higher than that. So I don't know. He might slip into that second round, but as of today, he's in that first round. Malik Neighbors is my worst pick in the first round. And listen, man, I like Malik Neighbors. I want him in Dynasty.
Yeah.
But redraft this season, can't do it, man. I can't do it, man. He's going to be over there with Russell Wilson. Hey, if you told me Jameis Winston was going to be starting 10 games or something, 10-plus games, man, I'm probably all in on that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, man. I mean, he had Jerry Jeudy looking like hot stuff last year. You know what I'm saying?
Cedric Tillman, too.
Tillman, too.
All of them.
Yeah. So I just think for this year, there's a lot of players that I will take at wide receiver before Malik Neighbors. And if you look at Malik Neighbors' game log last year, he really had a few huge games last year. Like, he still had his duds out there. Like, I don't know if he's going to pay off for first-round prices. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For redraft. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I'm not sitting here hating on Malik Neighbors, not one bit, dude. That dude's he's going to have a good career. And I'm watching Jackson Dart. I think Jackson Dart looks solid right now. I've seen him make some throws in the preseason, and I'm not a Jackson Dart hater even a little bit. First-round quarterback, I think you got to take a shot on him. Yeah. That would be the saving grace is if Jackson Dart can come in here and look solid for the Giants or whatnot. But other than that, Neighbors, I don't know, man. It don't pay off. I don't think Russell Wilson's that good anymore. So I just don't see, and he's going as the pick 12, so he might slide back a little bit more. So he's just a pick that I do not like. What you say, Crab Man?
Yeah, I'm down on Malik Neighbors, and I'm with you on the talent-wise. Like, I really think Malik Neighbors could be top-tier talent in the NFL. Like, he could be up there with Jefferson. He could be up there with CD Lamb. He could be up there with Jamar Chase. Like, nothing against Malik Neighbors at all. He set the rookie record for receptions last year. You can't hate on that, but everybody seems to think that the quarterback situation has gotten better. Every podcast I've listened to is like, they played with Drew Lock. They played with Daniel Jones last year, and he still did what he did. Russell Wilson is not that type of quarterback anymore. He's just – I really don't think Russell Wilson is any good. And they have the hardest schedule in the NFL this year. So you can look at that as they're going to be down. They're going to have to throw the ball a lot, but their division is very stacked. The Eagles, they got to play them twice. Their defensive line is incredible. Their cornerbacks are great. Man, I just don't see it. I feel like we're making the same mistake that we did with Garrett Wilson. when he was with the Jets. He was getting drafted in the back of the first, early second round, and it didn't pan out. Even though he got 160 targets, it just didn't pan out. Like Garrett Wilson was wide receiver like in the 30s.
Yeah.
I don't think Malik Neighbors is going to finish in the 30s, but if you're drafting him as wide receiver 6 and he finishes at wide receiver 12, you're still not going to be happy.
Right.
So there's just there's just so many better picks in the first round that you can go with. That's so much safer, better teams. And one thing I've learned playing, don't draft players on terrible teams in the first round. You can do it later, but
right.
Don't.
When you can afford to take chances.
Yeah.
On a pick that really doesn't matter. I feel like that's one of the big things like in fantasy is getting your guys that get you steady work, you know what I'm saying? Like they get steady, points coming in. And then because you got to make like a guess like later on. Like those guys down there, you're just like, sure, yeah, I'll take you. Yeah, you just like one of them's gonna hit, you hope. And then you just go by stats and all that.
Yeah, and if you go with like receivers getting drafted later, would it surprise you if Stafford's healthy all year that Devontae Adams don't finish better, or Mike Evans finishes better, or T. Higgins finishes better?
Not really.
And you're drafting them 2 rounds ahead of them guys, so it just don't.
Or Matthew Golden.
Yeah, I guess Matthew Golden. I don't think Matthew Golden's getting up there. We'll see, but yeah.
Heck,
I'm with you. That's good.
I have my concerns about Devontae Adams personally with the Matthew Stafford stuff. Normally I wouldn't care about all season stuff, but I'm starting to get a little bit worried about that. Hi, Big Brad taking on the second round. What you got for me, big dog?
Oh, I have. This is the one guy you can't. If you have a chance to get him, is Bucky Irving. I think he's going to be great this year.
Haven't heard that before. Where did this come from, Brad?
It comes right out of me. I've just been learning too much the last 2 or 3 days. Learning so much, it's clouded my judgment.
Okay.
But but Bucky Irving, I think he just has a lot of potential, and I think he's a real safe pick. You know what I mean? Like if you can get Janty and then come back in and get Bucky Irving or Amon-Ra, Bucky Irving, that's a good 1-2 punch in any, beginning.
Yeah. The man only played like 50% of snaps last year and was absolutely killing it.
I know.
I'll look at him as like the Devon Achane of the Buccaneers, except for the Buccaneers just so much better than the Dolphins. So
yeah. And you got to believe in that gameplay. Since Baker's took over there, he got his niche. It's like he went through the Cleveland Browns experience, and it's like, finally got a chance to actually be with a decent, organization, and he turned out pretty good.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Bucky's a safe pick. He's going anywhere from, it depends on what league you're in, I guess, from the early second round all the way to the back.
Right.
Because there's a whole bunch of running backs going there. Somebody might really like him, but, last year absolutely tore it up.
I'll take Bucky over Josh Jacobs, Jonathan Taylor. I start getting a little iffy when I get to Kyron and Chase Brown. I love them guys. So
and they're actually lower.
Yeah.
But we all think the same though.
Yeah. So I'm with you. I don't disagree with that at all, Brad. All right. Well, what's your worst pick, bro?
What's your worst pick, Brad? Oh, sorry.
Oh no. My worst pick is I brought Bowers.
Yeah, we can all.
Yes, bro. Thank you for saying it.
I can't. It took me a while to get there, but yeah, brought Bowers. I just think that he can't have the success that he had last year. I think his situation was perfect, but I think that they have a little bit more weapons, that the Raiders can deal with. With Janty, and then with even what's his name on the as a receiver. Jacoby. Yeah. Jacoby.
Yeah. My thing with Brock Bowers is really philosophy wise. Like, I cannot take a tight end that high. I cannot take a tight end in the second round.
Yeah.
Can't take him in the first round. Hey, when we talked about Trey McBride last episode, third round's a stretch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, listen, as far as football wise goes, I do think it's like, man, is he really going to repeat this success that he had last year? I will say this, though. I do think his situation got better. Like Geno Smith, that's better. Like Genty up in there. So it feels like his situation got a little bit better, but it's, maybe that means more weapons, more ways to do things. So Brock Bowers is a beast, though. Like, we ain't hating. My hate is philosophy wise, personally.
Yeah. I mean, when we're talking about the guys in the first and second round, we're not going to hate on the players themselves because obviously they're pretty damn good. But Brock Bowers, like we mentioned, Trey McBride, we mentioned George Kittle in the fourth round. I just don't see that big a difference between Bowers in the first and George Kittle in the fourth. And you can go ahead and load up on the positions that you need the most and skip on the onesie positions like quarterback and tight end. Go ahead and load up on running back, wide receiver, and get George. If you love tight ends and you want to draft tight ends, Mark in our Yahoo league, why not draft George Kittle even around early? I mean, even if you get Kittle for still in the third round,
right?
I still think Kittle in the third is better than Bowers in the second.
Yeah, agreed.
I agree. Yeah, I agree with that.
All right, Kraft man.
I agree with that.
Third round.
Third round. I got 369. Damn girl, fine. So in the third round, this is a player that I absolutely cannot stand this year. Breece Hall in the third round. This is the worst pick in this round. Brad might disagree. I can't see it, Brad. I mean, go ahead, Brad.
I just love Breece Hall, man. I believe in him this year. I just think that it's going to go back to that running back focus like it was before Rodgers got there, pre-Rodgers. Where they were, it was just him and his buddy. Who was that quarterback? Who was Zach Wilson?
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Just him and Zach Wilson playing football out there. Him getting all the points, Zach Wilson getting nothing.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm just saying.
Everything has just been so down in the offseason. I mean, Breece Hall sitting out there tweeting like, I deserve to be a third down or a 3-down running back. The coach is saying we got 3 good running backs on the team. I don't take much into preseason, but I was keeping a keen eye on Braylon Allen and Breece Hall of how they were splitting carries. And Justin Fields, rushing quarterback, I know he does throw to the running backs a decent bit, but it's not like he's immobile back there. And Breece Hall is going to get 50, 60 receptions this year. And it's just been so cryptic of Breece Hall pretty much saying when James Cook got paid, when Kyron got paid, he said they deserve all that money, but they are in better situations than me.
Right. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
It's a situation. The guy that is coaching the team, Aaron Glenn, is not the guy who drafted him. So Breece Hall, maybe he gets traded at the end of this contract.
Maybe, yeah.
But I just
say that.
see
it.
Braylon Allen. Yeah, Braylon Allen's an extreme. I mean, he's a pretty good talent at backup. It's not like you're going out there with Breece Hall and nobody else. So
right.
I kind of got a feeling he's getting drafted at QB. I mean, at RB13. He didn't even finish this out last year with Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers is a better quarterback than Justin Fields, and he dumps the ball down more than Justin Fields. So I'm out. I'm just out. I'm completely out on Breece Hall.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of with you, Kraft man. I saw recently one person out there. You know me, like when you're going against the grain, you probably go into it right. So I feel like Brad is gonna, he's on the opposite side of a lot of opinions right now, and I'm with you, Kraft man. I don't know, man. Just not feeling Breece Hall this year. And last year I was tooting that horn like a mug. You know what I'm saying? With Aaron Rodgers, thinking it was going to work out, and it just didn't work out. I think Breece Hall is good though. I just think, I think most of my worries are just what's coming out of camp and what's being tweeted and what's being said. You know what I'm saying? So talent wise, Brees Hall's the best. But with that said, if you really believe Brees Hall's that guy, you're getting him at a discount this year. I mean, we were drafting him real high the past couple of
Right.
years.
Yeah.
So.
He's been dropping. Like I said, like that's what I like about him is like that's one of those you're taking a chance with. Like I'd say 50-50. You know,
Does Brees have a? Can he finish as a top 12, like
yes,
top 5 running back?
not top 5. No.
He's going at 13. So what
Yeah.
what are the chances that he finishes lower than that? What are the chances he finishes higher than that?
50-50. 50-50. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. You know, he's one of them that like that you can pick, but you better have like somebody that you know is going to get those points behind him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't feel it, man. I'm out on Brees Hall completely.
All right.
Can't do it. But let's stop hating for a minute. My best pick of the 3rd round, James Cook. And this was kind of, this is based on the contract extension.
Right.
Most players, you want to see them play out that contract because they got to prove it in their contract year. But in this case, it was like, please pay James Cook because if he gets a freaking stub toe, he's just going to sit out the rest of the season and, guarantee his money next year. But as far as James Cook goes, you're getting him in the 3rd round. He's finished as an RB1 2 years in a row. And and it's come in different ways. Like James Cook scored 18 touchdowns last year. He scored 6 touchdowns the year before. And he was still an RB1 when he scored 6 touchdowns. So you can get the good side of James Cook where he's just the goal line guy and Josh Allen's doing the QB sneaks, but James Cook's getting all the rest. Or you could just get James Cook, the ultra efficient. We talked about Najee in the last episode. James Cook's averaging 4.8, 4.7 a carry on one of the best teams, Super Bowl contenders every single year. Why would I take Brees Hall on the New York Jets ahead of James Cook on the Buffalo Bills? And that's just bottom line.
Well, you wouldn't.
But Brees Hall's going ahead of James Cook in sleeper ADP.
Is he?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, that's not realistic at all.
Yeah. That's why I think James Cook, and there's a tier break after Cook, in my opinion, where it goes Cook. He's the only good running back in the 3rd round.
Yeah. And then it jumps down there to your Kamara, Brees Hall, Connor, stuff like that. But Cook is definitely a better option than Brees Hall.
Yeah. I think of one reason you like James Cook is, we talk about Kincaid. Well, maybe that was last episode, but Kincaid, not a lot of weapon competition. It's like Kincaid, James Cook. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I know they got some wide receivers, but James Cook is heavily involved in the offense. So I really kind of agree with you, Kraft Man.
Let me tell you a quick story. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, Brad.
A story about a man with a dream. Like he made a mistake in the beginning and it took Derrick Henry, then traded him to his cousin for McCaffrey, right? Then he was like, last year, at Average Joe's. It's like, oh, well, I got to get rid of this McCaffrey. I like him a lot, but I got to get rid of him. So I traded my brother up here, Austin, for James Cook. James Cook took me to the victory land. And McCaffrey hurt his feelings.
That is exactly what happened last year. You gave him McCaffrey and Jordan Mason.
That's
the problem. Together. I even got the security with Jordan Mason, and he's still both of them went on IR at the same time, and it didn't work out. Like, man, if you make a trade like that in redraft, that's like a smash win. You get McCaffrey, Jordan Mason, who was like top 12. But no, James Cook is definitely the better option last year. So that's the way fantasy goes.
It is.
All right, Matt, you are up in the 4th round.
We on to the 4th. And look, people ain't going to like this one. And this one's a little bit the people just ain't gonna like my whole fourth round. I'm just being honest. So my best pick in the fourth round is Kenneth Walker, and I want to say this: he's definitely hurt and definitely not whatever's going on in his camp or whatever right now. I mean, if he don't get that straight, then I ain't gonna like it. But this is what I'm gonna say: new regime up there in Seattle, and I feel like this scheme definitely fits Kenneth Walker. Like we're watching fullbacks, we're like watching Charbonnet, we're watching all these guys look good running the football in that scheme. Kenneth Walker's better than those guys. Like some people like to say, well, Charbonnet is just as good. Like, no, he's not. He is not good as Kenneth Walker. Kenneth Walker just ain't been. He just don't stay healthy. So my own that I mean, I don't really have much analysis for this except for, man, this scheme is gonna fit if this offense can work can just work all right with Sam Darnold and all that. So Kenneth Walker in this scheme is going to go nuts. And I think I've seen in the preseason, I've seen some nobodies run the ball solid. I've seen Charbonnet do good. Charbonnet's had a couple good games in his career and stuff like that. He's no Kenneth Walker. I don't care what anybody says. You can't convince me on it. I've spent my time putting some faith in Charbonnet or whatever. He's not that. You know what I'm saying? So there's a reason why he's the backup. The backups are the backups, and he's the backup. Kenneth Walker is the guy, and I know nobody's going to like this one, but give me Kenneth Walker in the fourth. I'll take it.
Yeah, last year it was a little bit different. Ryan Grubb at coordinator, he was throwing the ball to Kenneth Walker over and over again, but I ain't gonna have a whole lot to say. I hate the pick so much. I cannot roll my eyes back further in my head or I'll go blind. I cannot stand Kenneth Walker this year. He is right there with Brees Hall. I just don't like running backs on losing teams that don't catch passes. And Kenneth Walker did catch passes last year, but it was with a a different offensive coordinator. And I'm out, man. I'm completely out on this, Matt. I can't do it. I don't like it.
Brad, what you say, big dog?
Man, how I feel about this situation down here is like there's about 6 running backs in that area. They're all about the same to me.
Yeah.
You got Kenneth Walker, Chuba Hubbard, Alvin Kamara even. There's a lot of guys down there that I could see taking over him or vice versa.
Yeah.
So you want to pick the Seahawks guy?
No, I'd take Alvin Kamara over Kenneth Walker.
They're all, don't even maybe mention the offensive line. Like they're dead last in the league. Well,
I know. It's Matt, why I take Alvin Kamara.
Yeah, I'm just saying, Matt, like, why? Just why?
Hey, I think Kenneth Walker's better than fourth round material. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think Kenneth Walker's as good as a lot of these guys. Like, talent wise, is James Cook really that much better than Kenneth Walker? I don't really think so. I'm just being honest.
I think he's good, but we all thought Travis Etienne
It's just that he's going off of the team, like he's not gonna have as many scoring opportunities as say like James Cook because he's on the Bills.
Where and he's got a good backup too.
And he's got a good backup, yeah.
Does he though? I mean, I feel like we kind of say that, but I'm just like, I don't know about at this point. Like
Charbonnet's an acquired taste.
Charbonnet.
He's a very dependable backup. He don't get hurt every third game like Kenneth Walker does.
Yeah, I mean that's the only thing I'll say. Like I can't defend the injuries. You know what I'm saying? Like the injuries is one thing.
Right.
It just is what it is. So and he's hurt right now. So that's what I'm saying. Like I mean that's gonna be my one caveat right there. Like if this dude just stays hurt, like he can't stay hurt. But golly, I just feel like he will thrive in this system right here. So I just can't look away from it.
So this was your worst pick of the fourth round, right?
That's my best. My worst one is this one right here, bro.
Oh, my bad.
My worst one, DJ Moore, bro. This is my worst pick, man. This is where I really wanted to say, and this is what I really wanted to say the most about DJ Moore. I didn't want to say it the last episode and poop on Brad too much because I know he likes DJ Moore, and I know I've already said most expensive Chicago Bear right now, and I ain't into it. But I just saw a beat reporter today or yesterday, and this is what he says. And I like listening to the local reporters better than the national guys. I don't really care about what the national guys are saying. DJ Moore's having trouble finding a role in this offense. They're sliding him in the backfield. They're doing this and that because Luke the Burden, when he came back and came into camp, has looked great. And I'm telling you, this is what this regime brought Luke the Burden in here for a reason. He's a round 2 draft capital. And you know how I feel about Rome Odunze, round 1 draft capital. And this is coming from a guy I've said DJ Moore is a top 12 guy when he has a quarterback. I've said that in the past, and I believe it for the most part. And I think DJ Moore is good, but this is just a new regime. They brought in guys to replace him, and I know we disagree on this, but talent-wise, I don't think DJ Moore is as good as what we're looking at with Luther Burden and Rome Odunze. I certainly don't think he's as good as Rome Odunze. Rome Odunze is top 10 draft pick worthy type of guy. I just think it all comes down to Caleb Williams. So what I'm saying is Amon-Ra thrive with Ben Johnson. That's going to be Luther Burden. You know what I'm saying? Like, they brought him in here for a reason. They ain't going to have a second-round draft pick and just have him for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah,
I just don't think DJ Moore, and even if DJ Moore has a solid year, he's got a lot of competition. I just don't think he pays off with his 4th-round fake stuff capital.
Fake stuff capital. Damn.
Well, Brad obviously likes DJ Moore. He was in an episode we talked about, but Matt, I don't know. I think you should switch these 2 picks from the best to the worst because there's no way I'm taking Kenneth Walker over DJ Moore.
Oh, man, that's crazy. Think
know.
about what DJ Moore has done in these past few years. Like, we're banking off of one game with Justin Fields. Last year, he was catching a lot of dink and dunk stuff. That dink and dunk stuff's about to be split with Luther Burden. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to cut that in half a little bit.
Is good.
Hey, Matt, I think what it is we're just kind of like banking on maybe if the Bears actually are able to put an offense together. Pretty much it's like.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Or if we're not, then everybody ain't doing shit. It's just one of them things. Like it was last. That's what it was last year.
Hey, if Caleb Williams don't take a step up, none of this shit even matters. This whole conversation we're having about the Bears is just redundant as can be. So yeah, I agree with that. But I also think like guys like Rome Odunze fits Caleb Williams' game more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know, man. I feel like I understand what y'all say about DJ Moore. Like, I like DJ Moore, you know what I mean? But
he's just a more physical player, like a bigger player, and I feel like he's got if he hits a lot of yards out of the catch, compared, so they want to get it to him as like their first option. I feel like, I don't know.
And I agree with that's what his game would be with the Chicago Bears. Mm-hmm. But then they just drafted a guy in the 2nd round who's that is his game. That's what he does. And when he was at Missouri, like that's all he did.
Gotcha.
I don't know. That's just where I stand with DJ Moore.
I hear you.
I don't hate and
hey,
DJ Moore really.
I'm in a win-win situation. If he sucks, and good, Packers might beat him beat him every once in a while.
Go ahead, Crab Man. Go ahead and say what you got to say.
Oh, I've already said it. I like DJ Moore this year. I don't like Kenneth Walker. Kenneth Walker the third is going to be a 3rd straight year of getting hurt, and Zach Charbonnet is just going to take over because it's dependable. Charbonnet. Like to drink some of that.
Slide on over. 5th round.
On you, Brad.
Oh no, is that me? I got the king to be Jameson Williams.
Oh, as your best pick. Oh, yes. Love it.
In the 5th round.
And what's the reason?
He has so much potential this year, I believe.
They're talking about getting the ball downfield a little bit more with Jameson. Can't mention Jameson without mentioning Noah. I do it every time, but I've heard a lot of podcasts that put Jameson Williams even as like a top 12 wide receiver this year. I'm not at that point, but in the 5th round, he got drafted ahead of guys like Drake London. You had your Chris Olaves in that draft. You had your Garrett Wilson. Yeah. Pretty sure he went in that draft. but gambling addict. So I'm gonna
Gambling addict.
I'm gonna gamble. I'll take the gamble. I'll take the gamble.
Non-truth teller.
I will return to gamble on Jameson Williams in the 5th round.
Yeah. Listen, I'm with it. I think Jameis Williamson is good. No bubble blower loves him. But the only thing I think is I just think Jared Goff, he fits Amon-Ra's game. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I mean, who is Jameson Williams going around, Kraft, man? Like, what are the guys in the 5th round looking like?
Not even Metcalf, though.
That's gonna be tough. Give me a second. Go ahead and talk about Jameson a little bit more, and I'll get there.
Yeah, Jameson is down there where it's like
I got it
after Metcalf
right here,
and
yeah, see, Jameson Williams going around. All right, like Xavier Worthy, Zay Flowers, Devontae Smith.
yeah,
I can see you taking him ahead of those guys. Like, but the thing is like he's gonna have bigger games than him, but I think he'll have some duds. DK though,
right?
I think I'd take DK over him. But,
oh yeah,
and I'm not the biggest DK guy, but yeah, I don't know. I think Jameson Williams talent wise is good. I just think he's just in a situation that just don't benefit him as much.
Right.
He's going way behind where he finished last year. He was wide receiver 19 last year, and he's going way down deep into the 20s, like 28, 29. You know, it's just the price you pay for a player like that, and I would rather take my shot on a player that could break out and finish higher than you know what you're going to get out of Devontae Smith. You know what you're going to get out of Zay Flowers. So,
yeah. Well, not really. I mean,
agree with that.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think you do know what you'll get with Zay Flowers, what his floor is and ceiling is. You know, if things change.
I just don't think things will change. They're just going to run the football.
I got you.
All right. Yeah, I mean that's a tough one. I feel like Jameson Williams is a hot topic on this podcast. So, yeah, I'm with you. I mean, I don't dislike the player. I'm not even saying the situation is bad. It's a good offense. I just think Amon-Ra's the guy.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, he's not. But I mean, this is just, and it doesn't work for everybody. You know, it's like it depends on what kind of draft situation you're in. You know, if you're drafting 4 running backs or 3 running backs or something like that, he's good to have like not an Amon-Ra, but like a
ceiling play.
A ceiling play, and then like pick him up as your second and take a chance because he could be better than he's gonna reach. I think he's gonna reach over where he's at. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
And who is your worst pick of the 5th round, Brad?
Uh-oh.
What you got?
I don't remember who's in the I don't remember who's in that round. Well, you got to feed that to me.
Yep.
Matt, you got the ADPs in front of you, man.
Like I said,
I got you right. Oh well, heck, I got wide receivers in front of me. 5th round. All the way up to 60.
I got you. You got Sam Laporta, Joe Mixon.
There it is. That's it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right. He said it before the podcast. Joe Mixon.
That's the one.
I think his ADP's just gotta be fixed when we start doing these real drafts. Like, there's no way somebody's taking that man that high this year. I'll say this: like, he's got no competition behind him. So if he was back, man, all forces
I don't know. Do you take a broken down Joe Mixon or a broken down Nick Chubb?
Well, it ain't Nick Chubb.
Yeah, probably just Joe Mixon at this point. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, he's banged up and it doesn't sound good.
Right.
So
it's been going on since last season. I mean, that's the thing that gets me most is like you had all off season to get healthy and something's still bothering you before the season starts. It's like it's just very hard to draft a guy.
Right.
But I will defend, like I said, no competition. If you get him in the 5th round and he's completely healthy, then you probably got to steal.
Are you taking him over Travion Henderson?
I mean, hell no, because I'm taking Travion Henderson in the 4th round.
Can't do it, but I'm with you on the Joe Mixon. I'm with you. I don't know. I've always kind of disrespected Joe Mixon, but this is the year to really do it because he's hurt and it ain't looking good. All right, Craft Man. 6th round.
I don't think any of y'all are going to disagree with this. It's going to be a quick topic of discussion because there's no way that y'all are going to defend Chris Olave in the 6th round.
Nah, can't do it. We could just move on if you want to, Crab Man. Motherfucker sucks.
Okay.
Hey, I'm just kidding. Crab Man, go ahead and say what you want to say. I'll say a little bit about it though.
Offense sucks. One concussion, one injury away from just being irrelevant.
Yeah.
And I just don't want to draft a guy that's completely irrelevant. His ceiling is just not as high as with playing with this offense. He's not even as high as the guys going around later. The rookies, Ricky Pearsall, Jaden Reed, Matthew Golden, Jaden Higgins.
Reed.
Yeah, there's just no reason to draft Chris Olave in the 6th round when you can draft another. Why would you draft Chris Olave? You can have Aaron Jones in the 6th round.
This is another ADP that's got to be fixed. There's no way this dude's going in the 6th round. I would never take him. I mean, he's just straight up off my board, Craft Man. Think about how low he would have to go for me to take Chris Olave.
Had to be like 8th round or something. I mean, I got my wide receiver rankings here. My tier 8 going at wide receiver 39. Khalil Shakir, Juwan Jennings, Debo Samuel, Cooper Kupp.
There's no way.
He should probably be around them guys. Maybe later.
I don't know, man. We don't even have to spend much time on that. Shuck, Rattler. The Saints are terrible this year. Ain't no way I'm taking Olave, bro. I mean, and even when shit goes good for a wide receiver in New Orleans, it's always Shaheed. It always is, man. So
it seems like it is, don't it?
Shaheed.
Well, that one was easy. My best pick of the 6th round is I know Matt really don't like him that much, but we just talked about Jameson around earlier. I look at this guy kind of in the same realm of Jameson Williams. I think George Pickens in the 6th round will probably be a very good pick. Dallas, no running game. Their defense sucked last year. They were absolutely terrible. Micah Parsons might even be getting the hell out of Dodge. Right. So you got a passing offense that might be top 5 in the NFL. And you got CD on the other side taking away all the coverage. This is the best situation George Pickens has ever been in. And I've never had a question about if George Pickens is talented or not. But when you play with Kenny Pickett, Justin Fields, Russell Wilson, Mason Rudolph, we give excuses for, Terry McLaurin in the past, DJ Moore in the past. We got to give an excuse for George Pickens not to be great with the Pittsburgh Steelers. So, I mean, even Brandon Cooks had really good games with the Cowboys when he was there, and he was like 30 years old and absolutely, washed. So, I feel like George Pickens is just a massive steal.
Yeah. Well, look, I'm gonna be real, Crab Man. You kind of warmed me up on Pickens a little bit because you're right. I mean, their defense is probably gonna be trash. No run game. They're going. Heck, last year when we was doing all this stuff, I was saying the Cowboys were going to lead the league in pass attempts. They really could do that again this year. Again, you know what I'm saying? If Dak Prescott didn't get hurt, it might would have happened. One thing I'll say this though, it ain't cutting into CD. That dude CD still that guy up there. Like, if anything, I think this helps him out. But yeah, I'm with you, George Pickens, 6th round. I'm with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, better than Chris Olave.
Man, not even close.
All right, Matt, you back up with the 7th round. What you got? Hopefully,
7th round. Look, I'm not going to spend too much time on these later picks and whatnot, but listen, my best pick, I would have said a Roma Dunze. I've been a Roma Dunze guy from the jump. I'm not going to say it because I've talked about him a lot, but 7th round pick, hear me out, though. What about Calvin Ridley? I mean, I like what I like. I like what I've seen from Cam Ward. I mean, I know everybody's thinking that situation ain't good, but that's just like Calvin Ridley really ain't got no competition. I mean, the rookies ain't all that. And I like Cam Ward. I'm just being real. And I like that nobody talks about his ass. I think that makes me like him more. A number 1 overall pick that ain't nobody talking about. Think about that. People are talking about the 5th string quarterback for Cleveland more than they're talking about the number 1 overall pick for the Tennessee Titans. I'm into it. I like Cam Ward. I think Calvin Ridley likes Cam Ward. I think in your flex spot, if you can have Calvin Ridley in your flex spot, all day, man. I wouldn't hate on that. I love it all day. What you say, Crap Man?
You redeem yourself, Matt. You redeem yourself. I love it. Calvin Ridley, he's getting drafted later than where he's even finished last year with Will Levis. So why not? Why not pick? And the crazy thing is, if we had like 2 years ago when he went to the Jags, we hated Calvin Ridley where he was going in ADP. And it just kind of shows you, like, we don't really dislike or hate players. We will take players where it makes sense. And I ain't got nothing against Calvin Ridley. I think he's a pretty damn good receiver. And, you know, putting him in he could be a wide receiver too. You're talking about putting him in your flex spot. Mm-hmm. There's a good chance that he finishes a lot higher than that. So,
because they got nowhere else to throw it.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're going to be on. I think they're going to have to pass a lot. So I mean, I know the Jaguars hurt you. Wasn't the Jaguars, the Falcons, right?
Yeah. Well, both really. But
the Falcons and then the Jaguars.
He's a gambling addict too.
Damn it!
Hey, they all are. Hey,
we love talking about the gambling addicts on this show because we're gambling addicts.
Yes,
so
sir.
we reason with them guys.
Oh shit! Is this one of them? What do you call interventions?
Yeah, intervention.
I will say this: I was never on the side of, like, you can't. I'm gonna be real. You cannot be in the sport and gamble on the sport you play with. Like, I'm really not for that. Like, so when people are like, "Oh, Calvin, really?" I mean, come on, bro. You can't be doing that shit.
Right? Yeah.
He bet
just
on
coming from a that gambles all the time.
Yeah, he's like, "How would I know the outcome?" Well,
yeah. I mean, I do get that, but heck, I just saw on it was an NBA player, Michael Porter Jr., talking about, hey man, if you can tell your homies to bet 10 grand on the under in this, and I'll go out there and fuck around. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, some people come from nothing. They're willing to do that shit. So it's like, I don't know, man. You can't gamble on the sport you play in. But listen, all right, my worst pick of the 7th round, I'll make it real quick. Craftman knows I can't stand this guy. Jerry Jeudy. I think he's just been overrated for the longest, bro. Yeah. Like, I just think Jerry Judy's not good. And Cleveland's situation is not good. And I think his ADP is even this high just because Jameis Winston was there and, you know, letting him show out a little bit. So, off my board, bro.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you on that. Like, if Joe Flacco plays all year, Jerry Jeudy might be great, but their schedule is so damn hard at the beginning of the season that Flacco just might be sacrificed. And, you know, you're going to be dealing with Shedeur and – you know me, I like Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah.
But you know, I don't know. I'm kind of in between on this one. Like, in the 7th round, what does it really matter if Jerry Jeudy don't pan out? Like, his upside might be there, but yeah, I tend to agree with the fact that Jerry Jeudy on this Cleveland offense is going to be bad. Where you at, Brad?
Yeah.
Well, it depends on if the man, the myth, the legend is behind the helm, the whole situation. Yeah. If Joe Flacco plays, Jerry Jeudy pays.
Yes, sir.
Why don't you draft Jerry Jeudy, let him have a couple good games with Flacco, and then trade his ass?
Well, that's a good idea, too.
I think I'm on that one, but I think we both disagree with that. Brad, you got your 8th round. You got your best. You got your worst.
My best is the best. His name is Matthew Golden.
Yeah, okay.
As I know from the last episode, I'm sorry, but I just got to believe in this kid, you know?
Yeah. We are good. Yeah.
I'm a Packers fan. I know Austin really isn't. He's just
a fair weather fan, huh?
Traitor to the cause.
Whatever you say, man. Whatever you say. I got to tell you, though, all the time when the Packers make the playoffs, and we play the 49ers, Brad's always like, dude, we're going to lose. We're going to lose. I mean,
That's just being smart, man. That's just being smart.
Like, man, just have a little hope. Just have a little hope.
No.
And who's your worst pick of the 8th round, Brad? You got him?
No.
Okay.
I need help again.
You need help again. Well, we'll just go ahead and skip on to the 9th round since we're a little bit later anyway.
Okay.
But the best pick in the 9th round, you'll love this, Matt. He probably could have been on the last episode, but Emeka Egbuka going in the 9th round.
Like, oh yeah.
Chris Godwin, we talked about him. We talked about him before. Chris Godwin, if he didn't get paid, I don't know how far Chris Godwin could have dropped in this draft. The only thing that's holding on to Chris Godwin ADP is because he got paid. But you talk about like Ohio State. What you got? Who won?
I'm sorry. I'm just watching these fights, seeing some crazy ass shit, bro. But yeah, man, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say like Ohio State wide receivers just come in NFL ready, and he was badass for Ohio State. He was never the number one. He played with Garrett Wilson. He played with Olave. He played with Marvin Harrison.
Yeah.
But as far as just being NFL ready and productive, they asked Baker Mayfield on a podcast the other day, like, what are you most excited about in the NFL season? He could have said fucking anything. Mm-hmm. He said Emeka Egbuka is he's just that good. So, I mean, why would you say that if Chris Godwin's on your team? You know, so Egbuka's coming in to take over this role, and I don't think he's going to give it back. I love me some Chris Godwin, but too many injuries, getting older. It's time for the rookie.
Well, because Baker Mayfield's a shit talker.
Yeah,
he talks shit. Yeah. Talks shit at the Georgia championship.
I want to second this by Craftman. A 9th round seems crazy if he's still going to be going there while we do our drafts and stuff like that, because you're right. When it comes to NFL ready, he was the most NFL ready as far as I could tell from these wide receivers that were coming out. And the only thing that I can tell, the reason why Chris Godwin would even get paid is because Chris Godwin's been there all that time, and they paid him out of, respect for being there all these years, because they would not draft Egbuka like that. You know what I'm saying? And Egbuka ain't there to take Mike Evans' spot. You know what I'm saying? That's not his game. He's there to take Chris Godwin's spot. And I just think there's levels to this shit, and Baker Mayfield knows it. This dude's going to be ready to play. So
maybe he's insurance though for both them old guys.
Hey, he could be. He could be insurance, but
the
way I think about it is like 9th round. Godwin's going to be placed on the pup probably to start the season. He's going to miss the first 4 games. So if Egbuka just comes out there the first 4 games,
right?
Godwin just ain't going to. I don't feel like he's getting it back, and that's a bet that I'd like to place in like the 9th round.
Yeah.
Worst pick, Craftman.
Worst pick, Brandon Ayuk. We talked about Ricky Pearsall, but Brandon Ayuk. He tore his ACL last year. We've heard a lot of good things from players that tore their ACL. Rashid Rice is ready to roll, other than suspension. Christian Watson has been getting good news, and Christian Watson tore his ACL like week 11 last year. Mm-hmm. But Brandon Ayuk seems to be behind the schedule for an ACL injury, which you don't hear that much. Like usually the mainstream is like, oh, he's always ahead of schedule, even though it's not true. He's just on schedule. But with Ayuk, he wasn't good last year when he was healthy. They paid him all that money. He's going to make all that money whether he plays or not. He really don't have that much to prove because he's gotten paid. So I feel like same thing I said with Egbuka. Ricky Pearsall is going to come in, take that spot. Juwan Jennings is going to, be a good number 2. And Ayuk, he went from being like the number 1 on that team with the 49ers last year to nobody wants his ass. And, I mean, I could be wrong. Brandon Ayuk could be he might could just hold that position and be the number 1 on the team when he comes back, but I just don't.
Yeah.
I don't really see it. I don't really see it.
I'm with you, crap, man. Definitely don't like picking Ayuk for my redraft team this year. You know what I'm saying? If you want to take a shot and buy low in Dynasty, man, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got paid. I'm all for making moves like that, but I don't know, man. My redraft year like this, like I want Pearsall and Juwan Jennings over Brandon Ayuk right now.
Yeah, and they're going around the same. I mean, Pearsall's a little ahead, but Juwan Jennings is like in the 8th round. Players like that. So
yeah, the whole San Francisco experiment is crashing down.
yeah, it's gonna be McCaffrey Kittle most likely.
Yeah,
I agree.
I think so.
Well, look, everybody. All I can say is thank y'all for listening to the show. We gave y'all the best and the worst picks of your redraft leagues coming up. Some of y'all may have already drafted. I know I haven't drafted in my main redraft league. My main redraft leagues with the Craft Man and Brad and all these guys. It'll be coming up in a week or a couple weeks or something like that. But listen, everybody, thank y'all for listening to the show. That we like to say it every time. We do not forget. Thank y'all for listening to the show. And all we ask is don't be a hoe. Share the motherfucking show. Like, subscribe. Everything you can do. Please help us out and support us. Craft Man, what did I miss?
You didn't miss anything, but if you want to go back and listen to our division breakdowns, we pretty much mentioned like every single player that could be fantasy relevant. So if you want to go back to that, we still got to hit the West. We got to hit the AFC West and NFC West divisions.
Yep.
But we've done covered all the others, so you can get a feel of like the players that we want and don't want through them divisions, because we're going to talk about damn near every single player. So check that shit out, and it's just been great getting on with y'all tonight. Brad, got anything? I'm going to try this again, Brad.
What?
You got anything at the end of the show, man? Say to the people out there.
Oh, I don't have nothing, man. Nothing.
Yeah. Hey, Brad.
I
was about to say, just thanks for coming on the pod with us, man. I hope you can come on whenever time you want to. So thanks for showing up.
Man, I appreciate it. I really do. I've just been drinking a little bit tonight, ready to head to bed.
Yes, sir. You ain't told a lie yet, man. All right, then. Well, shoot, man. That about wraps it up for the Fake Stuff podcast. Thank y'all for listening to the show. But we are out.
Peace.